Okay, let's
What's
go.
up, fam? It's me, Big Sarge, coming in tonight from the business side. To my drill team, salute. And to my new soldiers, hit that subscribe.
Okay, let's go.
What's up? So, tonight, we're about to discuss that the Pigeon has finally flown the Coop, but it's back. So what do we do when our adult children, or in some cases our siblings, adult siblings, or other family members, or even our adult friends, move in with us? How do we navigate through that process? How do we make it so that it's feasible and amenable for all of the adults and family members living in the house? And one of the first things that you want to do, one of the first things that you have to do is communicate. I mean, just think about the big picture, what it is that's about to happen here. Especially if you're a parent and your adult children are coming at home, there's a lot of different things that's about to happen. Because they're no longer teenagers. They're not going to expect to be treated like teenagers. They're still going to expect to be treated like adults. And truth be told, we should treat them like adults. Truth be told, we should treat them like adults. But what happens is a lot of children or a lot of people who, when they come back home, they're more comfortable coming back home because they got that bond that they done built with their family members. So even at the end of the day, that little prince or that little princess, they still know that mom and dad are still going to treat them like that little prince or that little princess, when we should really be treating them like adults. But that's a whole different subject. Tonight I want to discuss how do we make that home feasible for all of us to live in it. So we want to go ahead and discuss, like, are we going to be having dinners together? Are we going to be having breakfasts together? Exactly what's the plan is for still maintaining some sort of family structure when we got the family that's living back in the house together. The second thing is money. Are we expecting them to pay rent? Should they pay rent? I absolutely think that whomever it is that's moving to your house with you, whatever their financial situation is that he or she should be expected to pay rent. Because even if you move somewhere, move with someone, you should still be trying to help out, still be trying to do this. And in a lot of times, rent doesn't have to always be financial. You could be doing just different things around the house. And speaking of doing different things around the house, who's going to be maintaining the housework now that we got different people in the house? Now that we have more people in the house, who's going to be doing the dishes? Who's going to be cleaning up? Who's going to be taking out the trash? Who's going to be doing all of those different menial things that needs to take place around the house? Who's going to be doing them now? Are we going to break the chores down? Are we just going to designate them to a person? But at the end of the day, this is something that has to be discussed and something that needs to be put out there so that there's no confusion about it. One of the other things is, what about the vehicles in the home? Is he or she now going to have access to the different vehicles? Can they just say, hey mom, hey dad, hey bruh, hey uncle, hey cuz, can I get such and such car? Or is it that if the car's out front, you can go ahead and get it? I'm talking in the process or the notion that it's an additional car in the house now. So I'm not saying that if by the time you move in with someone it's only one car, that you just go take his or her car. I'm not saying that. So a lot of things, when I speak, I expect a lot of assumptions to be made. So if at any time it seems like I'm coming off like I'm lost or confused or something like that, it's probably because in my head I've already made an assumption of something that I think you would know, think, or expect, or understand where I'm coming from. And I understand that a lot of times that's not the case. So in the comments, whenever I say something that seems a little off or anything like that, I have no qualms with explaining it. I have no problems with trying to justify my thought processes or my ideas. There's nothing wrong with that. So let me get back to the point that we were discussing. So when by the time that we have family members that have moved back into the home, adult family members. I'm talking specifically about adult family members. When by the time we have them coming in, what's the plan? How long are they going to stay there? What's the plan to get out? Or not to get out like it's a bad thing, fam, but what exactly is that big plan? Because no matter how much you love your siblings, no matter how much you love your children, no matter how much you love your family, no matter how much you love your friends, it is very difficult for adults to live together. It's very difficult to pull that off. In fact, most of us see that even in relationships, it's difficult to pull that off. And that's a person that you love and you're sleeping with every day. But those are just some of my ideas and thoughts that I had when it started to deal with family members that's moving back in, when your children are moving back in. How do you handle that? So those are just some of my ideas. I would love to know exactly how you handle that, or how do you foresee you handling something like that in the future. Leave those comments in the comment box. As always, I appreciate each and every last one of you for standing around, for supporting me throughout this past year. And I'm looking forward to doing great things with you, with different content creators. I'm just looking forward to the big picture.
Okay, let's go.
So, this is Big Sarge, fam. And I'm out.